Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Cooking for the Family. I'm Devon and I am so glad you joined me. Did you see that? Did you see that 5-star pumpkin bread? Do me a favor, if you're new here, go on and hit that subscribe button because what we got going on this channel, you do not want to miss out on. I am going to show you how to make that 5-star pumpkin bread. These are the ingredients that we will be using. You ready? Let's get started. Now in my mixing bowl, I already have my 2 cups of granulated sugar. Now to that, I'm adding 1.5 sticks of butter. Now you can use salted or unsalted butter, but I prefer salted butter. It just really enhances the flavor of this pumpkin bread. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but my butter was at room temperature. Now I'm adding my eggs. We're adding 2 eggs to this recipe, and my eggs are also at room temperature. And that's very important because we want to create a nice fluffy base to build our pumpkin bread. And as you see, I'm adding in the eggs one at a time, allowing each egg to be totally blended into that butter and sugar mixture. Now at this point, I'm going to stop my mixing bowl and I just want to use my spatula to make sure that there's no butter, no sugar trapped in the bottom of our bowl. And this is what you're looking for. Nice, fluffy, pale yellow color to that base. Now next, I'm going to go on and add in our pumpkin. And I'm using 100% pumpkin puree. You do not want to use pumpkin pie filling, okay? Now I will be alternating the pumpkin puree with the flour mixture. Our flour mixture is flour, salt, baking soda, and baking powder. Our flour mixture also has our spices, cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. In the description box below, I will have a list of all the ingredients that we are using today. And so I'm just going to continue to alternate until I've finished the flour and the pumpkin. Once all the ingredients are in the bowl, I just want to mix our ingredients until they are moist. We don't want to overmix our batter. I'm switching over to using my spatula, pushing down all the flour, mixing that in, and then I just use my spatula to go down deep and make sure everything is thoroughly blended. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go on and divide our batter because this recipe makes 2 loaves of pumpkin bread, which is great. That way you can keep one and share one with someone else. In one of our bowls, I'm going to add chocolate chips, and I'm using semi-sweet chocolate chips that I'm going to add to the batter. And I'm adding 1/2 cup of those chocolate chips. I like to add just a little bit at a time. And then as you see what I'm doing, I'm folding. I want to be real gentle with our batter. So I just add a little bit of chocolate chips. Then I'm going to add the rest. It's going to come up to 1/2 cup. And then I just go in and gently fold just like that. Want to make sure we keep our batter nice and delicate. Now this is my 9x4 loaf pan. And I have gone on and I've sprayed it with non-stick spray, and I've also added some flour. Adding flour to your loaf pan with this recipe is very important because you don't want your pumpkin bread to stick at all. I'm going to make sure that my batter is nice and even inside my loaf pan and that I have batter in all 4 corners. Once we've done that, we're going to go on and move on to our other half of the batter. Now this half of the batter, I'm going to be using pecans. You can also use walnuts if you like. And adding nuts or chocolate chips to your loaves, totally optional. But once I have them in there and I'm using 1/2 cup of pecans, I'm going to gently fold in my pecans and repeat what I did with my first loaf. I'm going to make sure that it's nice and even. My loaf pan is also floured and sprayed. And I'm also going to make sure that my batter is in all four corners of my loaf pan. Our pumpkin bread is ready for the oven. I have the oven preheating on 325 degrees, and our pumpkin bread will bake from approximately 1 hour to 1 hour and 15 minutes. And this is it. Our pumpkin bread is ready. It smells so good in the house. Our pumpkin bread has been cooling for 20 minutes, and now I'm going to go on and loosen it up from the pan. We're going to take our pumpkin bread out, and I'm going to repeat it with the other loaf as well, going around the edges, loosening the pumpkin bread up, making sure it's not sticking on the side, and it looks really good. I just like to tap it a little bit, just like that. See how I'm tapping it, and I can just flip it right out the loaf pan, just like that. My family likes a little powdered sugar on our pumpkin bread, and the one that has the pecans, I'm going to go on and put some powdered sugar. I'm just going to sprinkle it all over the top. And something else that's really good on this pumpkin bread is some cream cheese frosting. Just delicious. Now let me tell y'all, I have always liked pumpkin bread, but this recipe right here turned me from a liker to a lover. I love pumpkin bread. This recipe is a must try for everyone. So let's go on and give it a try. I think I want to try the powdered sugar one with the pecans in it. What do you think? It slices so nicely. Look at this. Oh my gosh, do you see what we made here in this kitchen? Do you see what we made? This is from scratch, y'all. And just from holding it, I can feel how tender this loaf is. Let's go on and give it a try, okay? Look at it. Oh my goodness. There's a little piece of pecan right there. Can you see that? Beautiful. Let's taste it. All you need is just a cup of milk to go with this, your favorite hot tea, or your morning coffee. You will not be disappointed. This pumpkin bread is 5 stars all the way. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, go on and hit that subscribe button. And if you like what you saw, go on and give it a thumbs up. And I thank you so much for stopping by my channel. And it is always good when Devon is cooking for the family. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.